Hello scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with another layout for my homemade kit series that I'm doing with Hannah, Christina, and Felicia. Okay, so for this layout I have these 4 photos of my kids playing in a puddle and I wanted to scrapbook them. So here I'm just cutting them up and getting them all ready to fit on this layout. I wanted to do all 4 of them, and so I'm making sure to cut them down pretty small. I believe the 3 of my one son, Brennan, I cut down to 3x4, and then the other one is a 3x3, I think. Or it might be a 4x4, I can't remember. So here I'm just trying to decide how I want to mat this photo. I did want to use that paper. I wasn't quite sure if I wanted it to be, which direction I wanted it to be. So here, this is the placement that I'm thinking of using. This paper I previously used on a layout. If you would like to see how that went and how I didn't end up using it, it is my Close to My Heart layout number 2, which I will link in the description below for you if you want to go and see that. So this is where I decide to cut the photos down, the 3x4 photos down just a tad. And they're not completely square, but they're not completely rectangle either. Well, I guess that if they're not square, that would make them rectangle, right? I don't know. Anyway, so I cut those down and I'm going to glue this pattern, this chevron pattern, to one of the sides of 2 of them. And I didn't have enough of that pattern paper, so I had to washi tape it together, and you can't even really tell. I'm looking at the layout and I think I cover it up where I have the 2 papers joining, so it works out perfectly. So I'm just kind of playing around with the placement and the layering of the papers and the photos, and I'm going to change it up from what you see right now. Here I'm just going to pull off a couple of stickers from the sticker sheet, and that sticker sheet is from We Are Memory Keepers, and that is their wildflower collection. So I'm going to pull off a bunch of these stickers, and because I was trying to use it up with this layout, I don't believe that I did use it up, but I used a lot of it. So that made me feel really good. I love being able to use up a lot of it. Okay, so this is where I decide to put these 3 photos of Brennan on the far left side, and then I'm going to put that photo of the 2 of them. This is Jonas and Brennan from way back in 2008. I'm going to have the photo of both of them together in the middle. And that one I want to be the emphasized photo, so I'm going to end up popping it up on Pop Dots. But for now, I'm just kind of leaving everything out. Like I said, this layout I had previously tried to make work with another layout, but it didn't work out. So what I am deciding to do here is cover up that background. I didn't want to be able to see it completely because it wasn't really, I didn't make it specifically for this layout and it didn't really match completely. So that's why I decided to cover it up with a light layer of gesso. And I could have just decided to do the same watercolor technique on the background and just kind of closed up that circle, that half circle. But I mean, I like what I did with it. It's totally fine. So we had a stencil as part of the kit, and this is my 4th layout, and I still hadn't used it yet. So I was like, okay, I totally have to use this. And I was thinking I wanted to use some of those shimmers, dazzlers, but I couldn't really decide which color I wanted, and they didn't really match with the photos. So here I'm going to decide to use my gelatos to color some of this modeling paste. And I'm going to just do it's just a very light texture and color. And I really, really like how this turns out. So I'm going to put a little bit down here in the bottom left-hand corner, and then I'm going to put it up here kind of in the middle of the layout. And I'm having to pull out the color because I didn't grab enough from before to have some extra. So, and the top stencil, this area, whatever you call it, this batch of modeling paste was actually, it turned out to be a little bit darker and more blue than the other one, which turns out fine. I really like the way that it looks. Okay, so now I'm going to run off and, I guess I'm going to add a couple extra circles here. And this is a stencil from Stampendous. I will try to remember to leave links below to some of these products that I'm mentioning. Okay, so now here I am drying the modeling paste so that it would go faster because I'm getting kind of impatient. I just want to have fun and finish this layout. I'm really enjoying this series. It's making me, make layouts and use things that I probably wouldn't have completely used in the first place. So here I'm pulling out a few of these gold pieces from the embellishment pack. And now this is where I'm going to start gluing down the photos. I pulled out these, I think it's this to that adhesive pop dots or pop squares, whatever you call them. And I'm going to put them all over the back of that photo because I want to make sure that it isn't going to indent in any odd places or anything like that. Okay, so now here I'm going to add a few pieces more from the sticker sheet. And there is this banner up there in the top left-hand corner that says wonderful. And then I also added that floral arrangement. I'm going to use this button. And I'm totally running out of aqua glue. I need to buy more. I'm just lazy and I don't. And then I also have this little owl button that I thought was so stinking cute. So I'm going to glue down all the photos because I hadn't done that yet. And I'm kind of tilting them a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. Here I decide that the modeling paste is dry enough, so I'm going to pull off all of these, oh goodness, tab sticky things, whatever you call them, the cover. And then I'm going to place the photo. I also have this sticker that says I'd go anywhere with you, and I am putting a pop dot behind it and the heart because I didn't want to I wanted to make sure that they didn't end up, getting squished on the layout and all of that fun stuff that happens. I'm gluing down these two stickers on those photos. And then here I'm going to glue down this little floral vine or just floral piece. It doesn't have any color to it, and I really liked the effect that it gave to this bottom or this middle photo that I wanted you to focus on of the two of my kids. So I get that all glued down, and I'm gonna pull out this washi tape. I am really proud of myself for using the washi tape so much in this kit because I'm not one to really use washi tape on my layouts a whole lot. So having it in my kit, doing this homemade kit series has really helped me branch out and use washi tape more on a layout. Okay, so now I am pulling out a few more embellishment pieces and ephemera pieces. I'm just kind of playing around, trying to see what's going to work and what's not. When I do my cluster areas, I like to have one thing in each cluster that's the same at least. So on this layout, it's the hearts. I have a gold heart up in the top left-hand quarter cluster. In that middle cluster above the photo on the top right of that photo, I have another heart. And then in that bottom cluster, in the right-hand corner, I have another heart as well. Okay, so I've glued down a couple of other pieces. I stamped the date on that tag. And now I think what I'm going to do is add some journaling or some lines for some journaling. I'm not going to actually do my journaling, but I do add the lines. I'm also going to add some sequins, some of these blue sequins, just randomly in each one of these clusters. And then I'm going to add the title. And I'm going to cut out this gluing all the sequins down because, again, like last week, I don't have any pop zots or glue zots, which is what I usually use, and it goes so much faster. So I'm going to cut this part out and I will fast forward to making the title. Okay, so now here I am going to put my title together, and I'm going to use this Bella Boulevard sticker sheet with the black letters. And my title is just going to be Puddle Jumpin' Boys. And I'm going to put it up there in the top left-hand corner, kind of by the sequins that are there underneath the cluster. At first, I was contemplating adding the word boys. So I tested it out with the puddle jumpin', and then I decided that I really did like the word boys being in the title. So now I'm just going to place the letters down, and then that is going to be it for this layout. I do actually have a fifth layout. I have been on a roll these past two kits, and I've been getting 5 layouts done. So I will come back later this week with another layout for you guys to see. Make sure you head on over to Felicia, Hannah, and Christina's channels as well to check out their layouts and see what they made with this kit. Thanks so much for watching today, and I hope that you guys have a great scrappy week. I'll see you next time. Bye.